I never expected my neighborhood's tyrant to finally get exposed. But I definitely didn't expect it to happen in the middle of a funeral procession. And I sure as hell didn't expect our HOA president to jump in front of the hearse and scream, "This funeral is not HOA approved." That was the day everything unraveled. For 3 years, I lived in Oakwood Estates, a quiet neighborhood, ruled by one noisy woman, Karen Wilcox, our self-appointed queen of bylaws. If your grass hit 0.26 inches, she was at your door. If your mailbox leaned a little left, violation notice. But Tuesday morning, she crossed a line no one imagined existed. My neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, passed away after a long illness. Veteran, kind, huge heart, loved by everyone except Karen, who fought with him for years over the American flag he flew. He requested one last drive past his home. A simple, honorable goodbye. Police escorts arranged it. Neighbors gathered quietly, some holding little flags, some holding back tears. Then I saw her, Karen, storming down the sidewalk like she was about to shut down a riot. Clipboard swinging, HOA badge bouncing on her neck like it was a federal ID. And the look on her face? Trouble. "What's going on here?" she barked. "Why is everyone loitering? This violates community guidelines." Mrs. Abernathy whispered, "We're waiting for Mr. Jenkins' funeral procession." Karen blinked like she'd been slapped. "A funeral? Through my neighborhood? Who approved this?" I stepped in. "Karen, it's a funeral. They don't need HOA permission." She spun toward me. "I don't recall asking for commentary, Mr. Harrison." The sirens grew closer. Police escort, hearse, headlights, flags. Emotion filled the air. And then, Karen stepped into the street. She marched directly into the lane and threw her hand up like she owned the entire world. The hearse braked hard. Cars screeched behind it. Gasps everywhere. "This procession is not HOA approved," she shouted. "You need to reroute." A police officer circled back. "Ma'am, step out of the road. This is an authorized funeral procession." She puffed her chest, flashed her laminated badge. "I am the HOA President, and I deny entry." My jaw hit the floor. The officer gave one final warning. She ignored it, still standing proudly in front of a casket. Then click. Handcuffs. "You're under arrest for obstructing a funeral procession." Karen froze, then exploded. "You can't arrest me. Do you know who I am?" The officer didn't even flinch. "Ma'am, I don't care if you're the President of the United States. The law applies to everyone." Neighbors stared as she was guided to the patrol car. Karen locked eyes with me and screamed, "This is your fault, Harrison. I'll have you evicted." She was placed in the back seat. Door shut. Silence. And finally, the hearse continued. That afternoon, the news spread faster than her violation notices. Karen had been booked, charged, forced to call her husband for bail. Interfering with a funeral procession is a serious crime. Karen never bothered reading real laws, only HOA ones. And the community, everyone whispered the same sentence. She finally went too far. 3 days later, the board called an emergency meeting. I went. Everyone went. The room felt like the season finale of a drama series. Tom, the vice president, stood in front. He looked exhausted. "In light of recent events, the board has voted to remove Karen Wilcox as HOA president. Effective immediately." The room erupted. Karen sat in the corner, arms crossed, face burning red. But Tom wasn't finished. "The association will issue a formal apology to the Jenkins family. And our insurance will not cover Karen's legal fees." Karen shot up like a firework. "You can't do that. Everything I did was for this community." Tom calmly held up the same rulebook Karen weaponized for years. "Board members who bring harm or liability act outside their authority." Her face drained. Because the reality hit, she'd pay everything herself. Fees, lawyer, court fees. And her career? She sold homes in HOA neighborhoods. Until now. She stormed toward the door, stopped beside me, leaned in. I hope you're happy. I looked up calmly. All I ever wanted was basic human decency. Her face twisted, but she had no comeback. She left the room to the sound of applause. As the meeting ended, neighbors gathered outside, some crying, some relieved, some still stunned. But all of us knew one thing. A grieving family got their dignity back. A bully finally faced the consequences. And a community learned that real rules, the human ones, matter more than any HOA manual. Justice didn't come loudly, but when it came perfectly.